This is definitely a shock. I was sitting there listening to this person being described, and I'm like, wow, this person's awesome, and this was great. And then they put my name behind that, and never in a million years did I think that I would be recognized for something that just seems to be naturally something that I really love to give back to the Lake Sumter State College. So as an alumni graduate in 2002 from the AA program, I'm probably one of the only members, as I was taking classes and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I actually applied for graduation the same time I applied for admission to Lake Sumter, and then continued on my studies at UCF. And since then, have been living in Claremont and have been giving back to not only Lake Sumter and sitting on their Health Information Management Board, but also coming to students and talking to them as an employer in South Lake County to what employers are looking for, resume, skills, how to dress and talk. As some of the kids in college have not had that experience or even had that opportunity to learn from employers and what they're looking for. When you work through college, starting a little bit older than as a 18-year-old right out of high school, you understand more what is the impact on your education, and knowing that there were so many people that put in time and effort that were out there working for my good. And many of them I won't know their names or never will, but knowing that they're out there, if I can contribute that back and be part of that Army that was helping support me for these kids coming up, it's just an honor anyways. So as I'm sitting at the table tonight, Dean Keefe is sitting next to me, who happened to be my Algebra 1 and 2 teacher, had a big impact on my life. And so having a teacher who's now a dean sit there, witness this kind of award, hopefully my time in algebra was well worth it for him to invest that time in, as well as my wife, who helped me throughout my college career, and my kids as well.
I'm proud to receive this award, and I just walked in here. This brings back memories being here, and I have a strong connection to Lake Sumter, and I'm very proud to be recognized. Well, I started fall of 1983. Kind of tough to work and go to school at the same time, so following semester I decided to take another route and join the Army. And I served 4 years in the United States Army. In 1988 I got out of the Army and came back to Lake Sumter, and it's just such an honor that I grew up here in Lake County. Everything for me started at Lake Sumter in terms of my professional career, and from there I moved on. I taught here for several years. I probably can't remember all of my law school professors, can't remember all my professors at Florida State, but I can remember Dr. Myers, Mr. Jocham, Mr. Rada, Dr. Wall, Mr. Neal. I can remember a lot of my instructors, and I can tell you, going from here to the next four-year college, it laid a great foundation for learning. You get such a great education here, and I would suspect if you're going to go here, you're close to home, so expenses are reduced, and that's, one thing I preach to my boys is avoid debt, and I left Lake Sumter with zero debt. I would encourage anybody who has the opportunity to attend Lake Sumter to go here.
I was recognized as a military service member who had attended Lake Sumter, and so that's why I mentioned my military career and the fact that it did translate into my success. I graduated from Tavares High School. I went off to basic training. I'm a member of the Florida National Guard, and upon my return, I started to attend college here at Lake Sumter, and it was incredible. I wasn't always necessarily the best student in high school, and I probably wasn't the best student here, but just to take and be successful in some challenging courses here at Lake Sumter gave me confidence. In my career in the Army National Guard, nearly 32 years, we go through a lot of schools. For every promotion you have in a school, and they're actually, a lot of folks might think their military schools aren't that academic, but in fact they are. And really there was a basis of my success in my military career came from attending classes right here at Lake Sumter, very rigorous, demanding classes. You know, education, no matter what you do, we all know education's important. And so it's just wonderful that right here in Lake County and Sumter County that we have a local state college that really addresses the needs of the young folks as they start out their careers. And it's a great program. I had the pleasure of, several years ago of actually speaking to a graduating class. And of course, what I was surprised about mostly was there's so many older students as well. So you had the group of young students out of high school, and then you had the folks that were just furthering their career. That if we did not have Lake Sumter State College, our kids would not, many of them, would not have the opportunities. Because we know in many cases it's very challenging to get into a university. And so to be able to come here, to be able to still work their way through a state college, get their associate's degree, and then transfer to, my wife went to University of Central Florida. Of course, many friends went to University of Florida as well as Florida State. And to know that a lot of times it started right here at Lake Sumter. And that's so exciting. And just to know that it's going to be around for my kids as they prepare to enter college. It'll be here for them and for future generations. And so I just can't say enough about Lake Sumter and what it does for the community.
It is surreal that I could be sitting here. And I look back, I'm not that woman I was. I'm not running from anything. I am embracing what's in front of me, and it's beautiful. My father's full Apache, my mother's part English and Native American. The family didn't want them together, so she left at an early age. So the children that were born, my sisters and I helped take care of them. Well, I'm a student, a passionate student. I love to learn. I've always wanted to learn. And I have a passion for helping people. The mechanics of the mouth is unbelievable. When you feel good, you look good. And I want to do that. The team here is like a small village that helps a child to grow. So there are so many, but each of them know who they are. Claudia, Claire, Raylyn, there are so many more. And my friend, I would say, is Mr. Keith. He listened to my words. They have been my family. You're my family, my people, and that is deep.
Very special, because I didn't do it for any honors or anything like that. I'm glad I can help other people. So. I came here 14 years ago as an instructor in office administration to be the program chair over that. It's been a wonderful college. I remember when I first started here, I kept going home and saying how wonderful everybody was. Everybody's so helpful and so nice. And my husband said, I kept saying how nice everybody was. He says, you need to come up with another adjective. And I said, well, that just described everybody. And that's the way they are around, you know, for the community and for the other students. I do a lot of volunteering here. I do a lot of activities, and I'm always involved on committees, and I'm known for the soup cook-off for United Way. And my husband passed away last year, and last year they named it the Larry Hakenen soup cook-off, so that was an honor for him. But getting involved gets me out of my shell, and I get to know people, and they get to know me that way. And I've always been that way in organizations, whatever field I've been in, whatever job I've been in, and wherever I've traveled, I've always volunteered. Well, Betty Downey, every time she sees me, she says, you're my favorite instructor, because she grew up here she got her degree here, and I was lucky enough to be her instructor, and she went on to all the different areas in the college, and she's now in the foundation. So I feel honored that, you know, that she's such a part of my life too.
It's truly an honor to be nominated, much more to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. First of all, my parents, they, from the time I was little, were my first coaches and really, set the stage for my success, and then just all the coaches and teachers that I've had along the way. I went to school here in 1998. I came in being a member of the softball team, the very first softball team. I got my AA degree and then moved on to the next level. With my success at Lake Sumter, I was able to move on to Stetson University and also play there. And from there, I got into teaching, and that's where I am today. I met my husband at Lake Sumter. He also played for baseball, so that's a really cool thing too that keeps us connected to the college.
It made me feel good to be honored. I'm not one that likes to be singled out or pointed out. I have a great team that I work with, and together we've accomplished most of the goals that we have met over the years. I was recognized for my service to the college as a staff member. I came to Lake Sumter in 1994 as a math instructor after I graduated from Clemson with a master's degree. So I spent 5 years on the Leesburg campus teaching math, classes like intermediate algebra, college algebra, pre-calculus. And then when our South Lake campus opened in '99, I moved down to Claremont and have been there ever since. And then I advanced into administration as an associate dean, a dean, and now I'm the associate vice president of general studies. So this is my 24th year at Lake Sumter, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. It's a vital part of the community. We started a program a few years ago to help high school students in Sumter County with the Rise Summer Math Academy, and it's changing their lives because those are students who wouldn't normally go to college, and we're working with them on their math skills to get them college ready and hopefully take dual enrollment classes and attend college and make a difference for their life and hopefully their whole family. We realize that the percentage of students or adults in Sumter County that have a bachelor's degree or higher was not as high as Lake County or Central Florida or Florida, so we wanted to target a group of students where we can make a difference. The college, both in Leesburg and South Lake, we make differences in people's lives every day, every semester, and that's what we're here for.
It was pretty amazing. I definitely didn't expect it. I was a student at Lake Sumter State College and I graduated in 2015. I originally started 4 years prior to that in the associate's degree program, and then I went on to do the first bachelor's degree program here. I was recognized for my service to the college once I graduated in helping with a new breed of students that come through and helping to shape them into leaders and things like that inside the campus community so that they can go out and do the same thing in our home community here in Lake and Sumter County. I came to Lake Sumter State College when I didn't have a whole lot of clarity or purpose in my life, and it really did change my life completely. And so when I left, I was determined to give back to the school the way that the school gave me. It gave me focus, clarity, purpose. I left here with a job, which was pretty impressive, and I now have a career based on things that I've learned here at the college, and to be recognized for it was not something that I ever really expected, but I wanted to give back to my community, and getting recognized for it is just equally awesome.